Imagine a society where cheating in business is normal, where dishonesty in trade is celebrated, and where greed drives every decision. This was the reality of the people of Madian. But into this society, Allah sent a prophet, a man of wisdom, eloquence, and integrity. His name was Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him. Known as the orator of the prophets for his powerful speech and reasoning, Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, stood against corruption and greed. His message was simple yet profound. Worship Allah alone, deal honestly in business, and live with morality. In this video, we will explore the inspiring story of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, his struggle with the people of Madian, and the timeless lessons about business ethics and morality that remain just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, was sent to the people of Madian, a community located in the northwestern part of the Arabian Peninsula, near the region of modern-day southern Jordan and northern Saudi Arabia. The people of Madian were wealthy traders, controlling key routes of commerce, but wealth corrupted them. Instead of using their blessings with gratitude, they engaged in fraud, deception, and exploitation. They would cheat in measurement and scale, giving less to customers while taking more from others. They obstructed fair trade and spread injustice. It was into this society that Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, was sent, not only to call them back to worship Allah, but also to reform their corrupt economic and social practices. The message of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, combined spiritual truth with social justice. He called his people, "O my people, worship Allah. You have no deity other than Him, and do not decrease from the measure and the scale. Indeed, I see you in prosperity, but I fear for you the punishment of an all-encompassing day." Quran 11:84. He reminded them that honesty in trade was not just an economic principle. It was an act of worship. Cheating in business was not only a crime against people, but a sin against God. Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, warned them to deal justly, to avoid corruption, and to stop threatening travelers on the trade routes. But his people mocked him, accusing him of weakness. Some said, "O Shu'ayb, does your prayer command you that we should leave what our forefathers worship, or that we should not do with our wealth what we please?" Quran 11:87. They saw religion as separate from economics, but Shu'ayb taught that faith and ethics are inseparable. Business without morality is corruption. The people of Madian resisted. They ridiculed Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, mocking his way of life and threatening him with expulsion unless he conformed to their ways. But Shu'ayb answered with wisdom, "O my people, have you considered? If I am upon clear evidence from my Lord, and He has provided me with a good provision, should I not guide you? I only intend reform as much as I am able, and my success is only through Allah. Upon Him I have relied, and to Him I return." Quran 11:88. Here we see the heart of his mission, reform. Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, was not calling for destruction of wealth, but for its purification. He was not against trade, but against dishonesty. He was not against prosperity, but against exploitation. Yet greed blinded the people of Madian. They refused to listen. They chose temporary profit over eternal salvation. When a society normalizes corruption and refuses guidance, consequences follow. The people of Madian mocked Shu'ayb until the punishment of Allah came upon them. The Quran describes a violent earthquake that overtook them. In another verse, it is described as the punishment of the Day of the Canopy, a scorching heat followed by a mighty blast that left them lifeless in their homes. So the earthquake seized them, and they became within their home corpses, fallen prone. Quran 7-91. Only Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, and those who believed with him were saved. The once thriving city of trade was reduced to silence, a reminder for future generations that no wealth or power can save a people who reject justice and morality. The mission of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, highlights a core Islamic principle. Faith is not separate from business. Islam does not only guide prayer and fasting, it guides how we earn, spend, and trade. The Quran consistently warns against fraud, exploitation, and dishonesty in trade. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reinforced this when he said, "The truthful, trustworthy merchant will be with the prophets, the truthful, and the martyrs." Hadith, Tirmidhi. This shows that commerce with integrity is not just business, it is a path to paradise. At the same time, the Prophet, peace be upon him, warned that cheating in trade destroys blessings. The story of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, is therefore not just ancient history. It is a living reminder that ethics in business are an essential part of faith. What lessons can we draw from the story of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, today? 1. Honesty in trade. Cheating in business may bring short-term gain, but it leads to long-term loss in both this world and the hereafter. 2. Faith and economics are linked. Islam does not separate spiritual life from daily dealings. Worship includes prayer, but also fairness in contracts. 3. Social justice. A corrupt economy destroys communities. The people of Madian were destroyed not by poverty, but by greed. 4. Courage in speaking truth. Shu'ayb faced mockery and threats, but he stood firm. This teaches us to uphold morality, even when it is unpopular. 5. Trust in Allah. Success is not in wealth, but in divine blessing. As Shu'ayb declared, "My success is only through Allah." These lessons remain profoundly relevant in today's world of global markets, corporate scandals, and consumer exploitation. In our modern age, the story of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, is more relevant than ever. From Wall Street to local marketplaces, dishonesty and greed continue to cause injustice. Manipulated scales of trade in the past are mirrored today by inflated prices, exploitative contracts, and corporate corruption. The Quran reminds us through Shu'ayb's story that true prosperity is not measured by profit margins, but by justice, honesty, and divine blessing. If society ignores ethics in pursuit of endless profit, it repeats the mistake of Madian. But if it embraces morality in trade, it prospers both materially and spiritually. Closing. Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, was a voice of justice in a corrupt society. His story reminds us that faith is not confined to the mosque. It is lived in the marketplace, the workplace, and every human interaction. Business ethics are not optional. They are part of worship. Morality is not just about private life. It is the foundation of society. As we reflect on the story of Madian, let us ask ourselves, are we building a culture of honesty, or are we repeating the mistakes of the past? May we learn from the wisdom of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, and may we strive to live with integrity in every aspect of our lives.